We want disruption in class because that takes away from the learning time and the seriousness and the lessons.
And the monotony, yeah.
But once you get called on your shit and you get kicked out, you gotta go. All right, Roberto, you're out, man. And then you'd be like, crossed arms, like, no, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, man, just go.
Go, man. Just go. Just go. I'm just starting to figure out this math equation, man. You're holding me back.
Hello, and welcome to Is This Good? The show where we boldly, conclusively, and scientifically decide what things in this big wide world are good. I'm Matt Austin, and with me, as always, is production powerhouse Jason Doyle.
Hello.
Hi, JD. Thanks for coming. And today's guest is a returning Is This Good champion and the world's foremost collector of Canadian NBA basketball player cards. But damn, you must got him fucked up if you think he's trading you as Leo Routon's rookie for a 2021 Cavs Kevin Pangos. Come on!
God.
From No Dunks, the oldest and best basketball podcast on the planet, it's Jay Skeets. Welcome back to Is This Good?
Yes, great to be back. I have big news, Matty-O. Big news.
What happened?
Is This Good ranked number 1 on J.E. Skeets' Spotify Wrapped.
Boom! We did it!
Damn!
Hey, can you share that, actually?
We'll see.
Can you tag me? Because I'm seeing I had a lot of 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s, to be honest,
Sure.
come in.
Number 1.
But I actually had, well, first of all, thank you very much. And you just let that autoplay without listening just to help
just
me
on
out?
repeat, yeah.
Okay, perfect. We are going to get to a question about Spotify Wrapped and settle this, actually. So great timing on that. Scale of 1 to 10, how excited is your wife, Nora, about your Canadian basketball card collection?
I don't think it bothers her all that much. She actually got me a nice case for it last Christmas. So, I mean,
Oh, like one of those things you
8?
flip through, like a
just
Case
like
Logic?
something to put them in, just so they're not.
But they're already
everywhere.
in things. Aren't they already
Well, they're in
hard
slabs,
plastic?
but yeah, they slide now into like almost like a
Slabs.
traveling case. If I ever actually went to shows, you could take them. Yeah.
So like a binder.
It's not.
Sorry, Hannah, I won't be able to go to your birthday dinner. I gotta travel for a card show.
No, that's what
Hey,
people do.
people do it,
Yeah,
man.
people do it
Yeah,
for
well,
a
you'd be
living.
let's be honest here for a second. Wouldn't you say that your collection is a little too niche to travel with?
Well, I mean, I have. Well, first off, there are very talented Canadian basketball players. So you don't think there's people that wouldn't buy Shea Gilgeous-Alexander rookie cards, Jamal Murray
Yeah, but
rookie
the
cards?
big ones like Steve Nash and Shea
Nash,
Gilgeous,
yeah.
everyone's gonna have those. You know what I'm saying?
They don't have them, man. You don't know.
Yeah, if I need an
anything
Andrew
about the card
Nemhart,
world.
sure, maybe I'm coming to you.
I got an Andrew Nemhart. I got a couple. I'll send one to you. Maybe I'll get it graded. Let's see if we can get a 9.
Wow.
I don't know if
If
it's
I
a
need an
genuine-
Ernie Vandaway, maybe
Oh
I'll
my
come
God.
see you.
This guy just looked up a list
I looked
of
up some Canadian basketball players. There's also, by the way, not that many. I was expecting there to be, because I was like, I'll come up with some funny names, and I was like, oh, these are just like, I don't know, there's like 30 of them or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, that's why it's the perfect, I think, thing to collect. It's not too
But you're gonna
crazy.
end soon.
There will always
there's
be
always
more
be a new
NBA players
person.
coming, Matthew. Omax Prosper, Leonard Miller. These guys are barely playing right now. What is this, a basketball podcast, Skip?
All right.
Jesus.
We like to talk about people's hobbies and collecting. Do you think JD has a hobby? JD, name one hobby you have.
It's podcasting, I guess.
Oh, that's
No,
a
that's your
job.
job. What are you talking
know.
about?
That's my
By the way, we
everything.
better be number 1 on your Spotify fucking rap.
No, there's no way that I'm number 1. Unless it counts every 5-second plays. That's it. Yeah.
What about when you're listening to QC and think about what you
QC.
could be doing better in the show?
I uploaded half an episode of No Dunks the other day, and I didn't even notice. Skeets had to tell me.
And you were producing it at the time.
I was.
You were switching cameras.
Yeah,
you didn't even
right.
realize. Well, actually, speaking of No Dunks, not a basketball podcast, but Skeets, I heard a disturbing thing about you last week on the show.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you like the suspect has videos on TikTok and Instagram.
I wouldn't have gone.
No, you said that.
I
You
didn't
said
go that
I
far.
like them.
I said I started hating them, and then I saw the Inside the NBA guys do it, and I had a couple chuckles. So then I started to come around on it. So, okay, yeah, sure. You got me.
Sounds like he fucking loves it. It sounds like he wishes he could collect these and put them in slabs.
You were
Make them little holograms.
You were talking about that on the show. I had zero clue what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And then I came across one in the wild and was like, oh, this is what Skeets was saying.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a cute little. It's a cute little trend.
But it's by far from my
do one
favorite.
for Rachel, JD.
What's that?
Do one for Rachel.
Wow.
How would that work? Well, so it's
You just say suspect.
Suspect.
But I should say Rachel is actually shadow producing the show.
She's full on producing.
There she is.
Oh, I know. She's producing the show. I shouldn't say.
I'm not even here.
I didn't even know if I mentioned you if you'd be prepared to go to your box, but you did.
Yeah, kind of.
So how does it work? Suspect. I say something.
Suspect has and then you say something insulting. About
Yeah,
your
that's
wife.
all it is, right? You just say like an insulting thing about the person.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Like I just saw when it was like suspect wears her boyfriend's shirts to hide her big back.
Oh.
She got a big old back. She got a tiny front, but a big back.
Right. Yeah. Well, I won't be doing
Shaped
that
like
today.
a triangle.
I'm on very thin ice as it is this morning.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh.
That won't be
I just
happening.
hate this, like it's an entire form of TikTok, like this couples, like the account will be like two people's names, like Skeets and Nora, and then all your videos are just these cutesy little things, like, and then you see one person do it, and then you see 1,000 of them, like flashing my husband on a Zoom call to see his reaction,
Right.
and so you just see her filming her husband on a Zoom call. Presumably she's naked. Half the time, I don't even believe
Wow.
she is.
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then he just looks up from his fake ass Zoom call, being like, "Yeah, I'll circle back with you tomorrow, Tom." And then he looks up and he goes, "Wow, bong." Or we're like, "Yeah, it's like married for 10 years, but every time I say I'm going to the shower, this is my husband's reaction." And then he's like, "Nope, sorry, that's no man's reaction." If you say you're going to take a shower 10 years into your marriage.
Are you scrolling TikTok a lot, Matt? Like, are you on
I say TikTok just to connect with our listeners, but I'm scrolling Instagram Reels.
Yeah, because this is what I was thinking. Like, I'm never on TikTok, but of course I see the ones that I feel like leak into your Instagrams and maybe onto some of the other social media platforms. And I was going to say, that's maybe good because you're only seeing the best of the best. Whatever found its way to the other
Yeah,
social media
100%.
platform. But probably not. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, but everyone has two accounts, generally speaking.
Two accounts.
Like if they have a TikTok account, they're cross-posting on Reels
I see,
as well.
I see. Yeah, content creations. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
got it.
That's true.
You got to do it. Guys are sitting on the couch, okay? This is fucking crazy. A guy is sitting on the couch just watching the big game, let's be honest,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
His girl comes up, the camera's set up stationary, and she kneels in front of him, and then she pulls her hair back and ties it in a little ponytail.
Sure, yeah, I've seen.
And then
this,
she
yeah.
picks up something off the ground and leaves. And the boyfriend's like, "Whoa! I thought I was gonna get a little something down
haven't
here,
seen
Oh,
this one.
I mean, it's like, pretending to tell my bros I'm canceling boys' night because my girl's too hot and I gotta stay home with her."
Wow, you got a crazy.
And then
algorithm.
he's on the phone
Holy
filming her, and she's in the kitchen like putting away a plate in the cabinet, and she turns around like, "Oh my god, he thinks I'm so hot." Or as I'm saying my girlfriend's favorite words on the phone to my boys to someone,
that
and
I
she
see a
doesn't
lot.
know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want to go to Target?
Yeah.
And she's like, "What? Who are you talking to? I want to go to Target." Then we'll go get a PSL at Starbucks. What? Without me? Come on, man. Grow up.
We have reached the end of that one because I've seen them done with dogs now.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought they started with the dogs. That's why.
Yeah.
I think it did start with
insulting.
dogs.
Oh, it
Oh,
started
okay.
dogs and circled
Right.
back.
And then
Wow.
I saw one with a guy with his buddy, and he was just literally saying "pee pee poo 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 pee pee." And the guy was like,
To his girlfriend?
"No, his buddy is like, I'm saying my buddy's favorite words." It's
Oh, so you're saying it started with somebody on the phone with the dog in the room going, "Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pick up some treats on the way back." Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Hilarious.
That was cute.
Yeah,
dog
we'll go
turn
to
his-
grandma's house. And the dogs are good because the dogs do the head tilt.
Yeah,
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 it's cute.
That's the only way they know how to listen.
yeah. Damn.
So that's cute. I guess one more question before we start, Skeets. I told JD last week that not the date that I'm getting married, but the other date that was a possibility was going to be, I realized, Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
Oh, wow.
That very Sunday. My question to you is, would you have come to my wedding?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
see, JD didn't really play along here, but I was thinking, I was honestly, like, trying to think. Because June, getting married in May, June, I think, could be slightly better for some certain reasons. But the game is at night. Because I was looking up, I was like, is the Sunday Game 2 usually during the day?
No,
an
it's
ABC
like an
thing?
hour
But it's not.
earlier.
It's at night.
It's like an hour
Yeah.
earlier, yeah.
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 So I was trying to figure out a way, like, okay, sure, you could bring the microphones to Montreal and record Monday morning from Montreal, then take the flight out in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But then how would you watch the game?
Right. That would be the issue. I mean, you could
It's
just
just
watch it
impossible.
on
As a
delay.
producer, couldn't figure it out.
I mean, I was talking with Rachel about this afterwards. The date that you have, I can't remember if you've actually announced it on the show. Anyways, is
Yes,
actually.
I have. I
Okay,
announced it on
okay.
Thursday. Announced it. I didn't announce it.
Wow.
It came up in
It came
conversation.
up in conversation. So yeah, May the 4th. I mean, that is heat of the playoffs still. Like that, it's actually harder. There's
Yeah,
more
but-
games happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you'll be fine because you can figure it
There
out.
will be 2 or 3 games we won't be able to watch.
I can't believe you ultimately went with May the 4th, though.
It was between those two dates. So
couldn't
what do you want me to
believe
do?
it. I know. I just
What do you think? Why would I not do that? You think? What do you
Because
think's gonna happen?
I keep, knowing you, like, you're like, well, everybody's gonna be saying "May the 4th be with you" in every speech. And
everyone
there'll
is
be a
saying
million
that.
stormtrooper jokes, and they'll be, like, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, fine. I'm immune. Do your worst. Fucking take me to Naboo. I don't care. We're honeymooning on Alderaan. I don't give a shit what you tell me.
Ashowa has at least 8 lightsabers. We're borrowing all of
Oh
them.
yeah, that should
They're
be just,
all
You think you're
coming.
gonna get those across the border?
wow.
Oh, great point.
gonna be tough.
Great point.
Yeah, leave your blasters at home, okay? All right, some quick housekeeping. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/isthisgood. You'll get ad-free episodes. You'll get access to our thriving community on Discord, of which Jay Skeets is a part, by the way. See him in there, mixing it up sometimes. And you'll get an exclusive episode every month. And we have our live stream hangout. That's tomorrow, Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern. We hop on a Zoom call and chew the fat. So come do that with us. And you can send topics for future shows to isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Jay Skeets. Premise of the show, it's still the same, actually, as when it started. I'm going to give you a topic. You tell me if you think it's good. Dave P. asks, are class clowns good? So he writes, to me, class clowns are very disruptive to the quiet environment of your classroom. A good portion of them don't usually know when to stop, and it gets extremely annoying and irritating to hear them after a while. The class clowns I've had were repetitive, unfunny, or just plain annoying. One I had in elementary school did not know when to shut up. Am I missing something? Are class clowns good? Yeah, cool. Thanks for sending that in, Mr. Lithwick.
Yeah.
Shut up, man. First of all, I guess my question is, did you have a class clown? And were you the class clown? Because you're a funny guy.
I think the answer is I was at times, but there's definitely were other class clowns. And you know what? I don't think anyone would have said I was the class clown. I mean, I was probably encouraging the class clown. I was probably in on bits at times, but class clown to me was definitely the person that took it too far and were maybe the ones being kicked out and sent to the principal's office with the wrong teacher, let's say. But then I'm like sort of mixing class clowns with also there was just straight up like mean kids and like bullies. Yeah. And like sometimes they melded together.
The line between bully and class clown.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I think that our class clown was also kind of a bully.
Yeah.
But used the class clown and the humor to kind of undercut
Yep.
the bullying. I think of the class clown, and maybe this isn't the traditional way, but I went to a pretty strict school. No one was really getting away with fucking anything. They laid down the law pretty strict. I got into this because I went to the school from the first grade on. I don't want to cast aspersions, but I literally think they were beating people with rulers within like 5 years before I was going there. Right? I mean, I think on my first year there was like 89 or something, so it's not that crazy. No one was basically going to disrupt the class to the point where it would be something so bad. So they were mostly like giving the nicknames to people. That kind of class clown. Making an offhanded remark or a cough or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a kind of low-key stuff. But I think it's kind of like one person's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter. One person's class clown is another person's bully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I remember in elementary school, It was Ryan, I believe. And again, class clown, troubled
Ryan.
kid, more of a bully. Like, it all sort of melded together and changed from
Yes.
day to day or class to class. But I remember it went so overboard once. He had, like, micro machines, and he was, like, bashing them together on his desk. And obviously the teacher was trying to get control of him in the class. Everybody's laughing. And it got to the point, though, where he was dragged out of the class, but he wouldn't get up from his table.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like the
Oh,
little
yeah, I love
separate
that.
table and chair. And I mean, it made the biggest scene ever and the craziest sounds scraping along the, and like physically dragged out because he wouldn't stop. Now, I was definitely laughing at some point of that, but I know, even I knew as like whatever, a 10-year-old at a certain point is like, whoa, hey, maybe just stop, man.
Yeah.
Like, you've taken it
Oh.
too far. Yeah.
I would feel so awkward for the kids when that happened. I'd kind of just be like, just let it go, man. You're embarrassing yourself, you know? Like,
Totally.
I know that we want disruption in class because that takes away from the learning time and the seriousness
Yeah.
and the
And
lessons.
the monotony, yeah.
But once you get called on your shit and you get kicked out, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, I hated the kids that'd be like, all right, Roberto, you're out, man. And then he'd be like, cross arms, like, no, I'm not going.
yeah.
I'd be like, no, man, just go.
Just go. Just go. I'm just starting to figure out this math equation, man. You're holding me back. Yeah.
Well, I always loved it, like, when the teachers are like, well, David, if you didn't want to learn, then why'd you even bother coming in? I don't know, because I'm legally required.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because my parents will kick me out of the house because I'm 14 years old. You know, like
But I like the class clown that would like mimic the teacher but not get caught.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah,
so we'd
yeah.
have we had this notorious math teacher who like when he would go to the board, he would like flex his butt a lot. And so kids started like standing up and then doing it. Like obviously he's looking at the board, but then they turn around and they'd sit down real quick, and like that little cat and mouse game, that was gold. If you can get away with that.
Why was it? Would the teacher have like a nice butt or?
I don't
whatever?
know.
Like,
I think we called him
no, he was
hard.
worried someone was going to credit card him.
You know, a bunch of kids walking around with credit cards.
Library card.
Library cards, that's better. I think we called him Hardcock Harlock.
But it was his butt.
I know. It's just sort of good alliteration there.
interesting.
Yeah.
I had my 7th grade teacher was Mr. Partsis. We called him Mr. Fartsis.
Oh, yeah.
And
Obviously.
he was notorious for covering up farts with a cough. You know, like
Oh, wow.
You know,
Oh, because you don't need anything. This guy could have never farted once in 8
Yeah.
years, and you would
Right.
still call him Mr. Farts as if his name was Mr. Partsis.
no, 100%.
But the fact that he was also farting,
he was fart. He 100% fart.
he had it coming.
Yeah. So yeah.
JD, did you have a memorable class clown?
I was my bit was always, I'm old enough that there were projectors still, so they would
yeah.
bring in a projector.
Yeah, we
and
all
show
were. What do you
films.
fucking think? We were working off Lenovo's
I
in
don't know.
1990?
I've seen a TV being wheeled into a classroom
yeah.
every once in a while. But yeah, we did a 16 millimeter history class. Our teacher was a heavy smoker. I love the guy. He was great, but he would just flip on the film. And then I was Ace Ventura, nipples, like fingers in the nose, just like and most of the
shadow
class,
puppets on the projector.
and most of the class totally into it, but I know that some of them were just like fucking furious. But I couldn't help myself.
But were you like constantly in trouble for doing shit like this, or were you sneaky enough?
I never got caught for that. That same teacher, I put on an old man mask once, and that's it. That was the bit. So I was sitting there and it was pretty realistic, and it sort of had buggy eyes, and so I just sat there, and it was just, I'll never forget his eyes just landing on me, you know, like just stops mid word, like anyways. You
You
be there.
gotta make a hell of a like decision as a teacher with crap like that.
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's like he wants me to say something.
Yeah,
but then
exactly.
now I'm derailing the class and all that.
Yeah.
But should I say something, kick him out? Yeah, like that's always got to be tough. You just reminded me, I guess the class clowniest thing I ever did was actually in university. Were you guys
remember this.
in the...
I would say you were a class clown in
Hamburglar?
university.
Yeah, when I came into the big auditorium as the Hamburglar and just ran in and like, did I chase somebody that had a burger?
You just, as I remember, I was sitting at the back and you just marched in. You like the middle of the lecture. It was 200 people in there. Shout out to Dr. Fraser.
Yeah.
And you just waltzed right
Up to
You
the
marched down. You were wearing a hamburger costume. You shook his hand. He was just stopped and watched you come in. You shook his hand. You said, "Happy Halloween, everybody," and then you ran out.
Oh, it was Halloween. You didn't say
Halloween,
that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay, if it's Halloween, then
It wasn't
you're
McDonald's
expecting
week.
It would've been- you know what, Skeets, you are the class clown, because that just reminded me that when we were fucking adults and working in corporate, not America, but Canada, we were working at the Score, and there was a big conference room that had these glass windows all the way down it, and they were having...
It was,
a different time. It was a different time, but
was
they
a
were literally
different
having
time.
a diversity meeting.
That's right.
They're like, hey, what's going on in there? They're like, oh, they're having a diversity meeting. And so in our office, we're like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we took like a giant white poster board? And I think, what was our best idea? We just drew a penis on it?
It was a penis. I'm pretty sure there was cum coming out of it.
No, that was PJD. It was P.
It was okay, whatever. It was a
I had
leaky.
forgotten about this.
And it said did it say something on it?
I
or-
thought it did say something.
We have the video
Are you
somewhere.
sure we didn't make that giant penis sign for something else?
100% it was for something else.
And then we had it.
Yeah.
So even sadder. But I thought, was the joke that it was like, oh, it'll be fun. Like on one side, we'll write like something that could be used for the show, like I don't know, top 5 players or something like that, like something for our show. But then on the back side would be the penis. So you'd walk by it first with this thing and it would look legit, and then you flip it over and it was almost like, oh, you didn't realize there was a giant penis on the back.
It was perfectly executed
I
because
remember
he had it tucked under his arm. It was perfectly lined up, and you went in front of this office. You checked your phone, and you were like, and then you turned around, and that's where the penis was sticking up.
And they were forced to look at me because I was standing there for
and you
so long.
just stood there, and all of a sudden you could just hear shrieks coming out. Like,
Oh, that was they loved it.
Yeah,
they
that
loved
was a
it.
huge
They
hit.
loved it.
They loved it. I mean, to me, the most offensive thing was that it was a diversity meeting and it was a white penis. We could have.
Well,
I don't think-
it was only on an 8x11 sheet of paper, or maybe an index card.
It was this size. It was just a
note.
recipe card.
That was a big hit, though, and
yeah,
I didn't laugh at all, though. And I just
No.
walked
You
back.
played it straight. It was like, oops, like an actual mistake.
Yes, that's why it was a good.
I could've sworn
It
we
was
recorded
beautiful. We did. It was
we did.
recorded on a flip cam.
Oh.
It's somewhere.
It's lost to time.
I don't know.
It's lost to time.
I
I think it was uploaded on our Vimeo account that got taken down
Maybe.
because of too
Damn.
many copyright violations.
maybe.
Right? Did you? I told you that I figured that out in the end.
No.
That's why
I knew
got taken. Oh.
I know someone that used to work at Vimeo, and I asked him to look into it. Like, could you unfreeze our account? And then basically he got in touch with someone, and they were like, because this was before anyone cared if you were uploading copyrighted music or photos or videos to the internet, and I think that we just had so much music on it that they were like, all right, we're freezing, like not just freezing, but deleting this account basically. So that's sad. But you know what? Everyone's on like, it's like, you gotta have physical media. You gotta have physical media because, you can't trust the streaming service is not gonna take off this fucking movie from 1942 that you nerds like to watch. But we really could have used that lesson. We've lost so much.
So much.
We just trusted the cloud or whatever service we put it to. We're like,
we
all
didn't
right.
know what the cloud was.
No,
but,
true.
link rot and just services going under, going
Oh, yeah.
bankrupt, deletions. It's quite sad, really. Back to the class clowns, though. One thing I find interesting is, I've listened to enough like WTFs with Mark Maron where he's interviewing comedians, and it comes up someone like frequently like, oh, well, were you the class clown? And it's almost always no.
Yeah.
The person that ends up being the comedian is almost never the class clown. I find the comedian is the person that watches the class clown And then the class clown like says something that's not very funny or fucking bombs, and then they go like, you know, makes a snarky remark about the class clown that
Sure.
kills. That's the comedian. It's never the class clown.
Well, it's you don't want to peak too early either, right?
That's a great point.
In
Yeah.
elementary
You don't want to
school
be the
or high
best in
school.
anything in high
No,
school.
you don't wanna-
Except athlete. If you're making a professional league, you are probably the best athlete.
Okay,
I know
yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Jordan got cut from
Yeah.
his team.
But I know many people who were the best athlete when they were in grade 6 or maybe in high school, and they are not now as well. But you're talking pros.
Okay,
yeah.
grade
Yeah.
6 maybe. But
Yeah.
say by the time you graduate, there's a good chance that if you want to predict who's going to go on to the next level,
That's
it's
fair.
going to be the best.
That's fair.
The best people. But not in the most important thing, which is comedy. They're not going to deliver. All right, Skeets, when people need help navigating life's biggest decisions, they seek our wise counsel. We deliver an airtight verdict. It's time to settle this. All right. I've been saving this question since last year because, as I said, it's about Spotify Wrapped, and it came in like a month after, so I didn't think it was relevant. But we're back, baby! Hi, Matt and JD. I was hoping you could settle this debate I had with my girlfriend. At the end of last year, she told me she was surprised by some of the artists on her Spotify Wrapped. I asked which ones they were and asked to see her results. I thought this was a reasonable request since we've been dating for over a year and a half. However, she said it was too private for her to share. I teased that she must really be ashamed if she wants to withhold it from me. Even after joking back and forth for a while, she still refused to share it. Her argument is that music is very personal and can reflect one's moods or state of mind, so letting someone else see it is too vulnerable. Though I agree that many people overshare their Wrapped results on social media, I told her I had no issue sharing mine with her, which I did. But even after that, she still wouldn't show me hers. So please settle this. Is sharing Spotify Wrapped with your partner making yourself too vulnerable? Was I prying too much when I asked my girlfriend to share hers? Thanks, guys. Love the show. Dylan, I hope we're number 1 on your Spotify Wrapped this year. I'll take 2. Below 3, I'm going to post a 1, 4, 1, 5, but I'm not going to post it.
What's
That
really
many, so get
odd
it.
is when people share them and there's only 3 or even 2. It's like you only listen to 2 podcasts or 3 podcasts.
That's not very much a compliment.
Weird. Yeah.
Well,
I guess
don't know.
you just stick to your lane.
Our man Ash only has 3.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You guys do a daily podcast, so if someone's listening to your podcast, it's conceivable that's the only one they're listening to.
I guess so.
It's there for them every day.
There's lots of time on the weekends. There's many
some
other
people- some
hours in
people
the
are
day.
having
I mean, I
fun.
listen to an insane amount of podcasts, so
Yeah,
only having
same.
2 or 3 on my Spotify Wrapped list would be very odd. But this is an interesting settle. This, yeah.
She's
Fascinating.
what
Go
is
ahead.
possibly on this list?
Yeah, I guess.
I guarantee you she's going to show it to you finally, or I mean, she won't, so you'll have to steal her phone, and it's going to be fucking Charlie and Taylor and Bay and Sabrina.
What if it's like The Wiggles, Baby
Yeah.
Shark 500? You listened to Baby Shark 500 times this year?
Or like Swedish ASMR or something like that. Like that's where my mind's going. It's like something that is
interesting.
really personal. But it's like I don't
Yeah.
want to share that.
Yeah.
I can't fall asleep unless I'm listening to the sweet Swedish woman talk to me, or something like that.
Is she talking in English or?
I'm not sure.
Is it
I'm not sure.
in
Maybe a
Swedish?
Swedish accent. Yeah.
Oh, English and
Oh, I don't
Swedish
know.
accent.
I don't know. It's not
Yeah.
me. I do know. I do know somebody that does this though, but I will not say
Wow.
his name.
Specifically Swedish?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty
Fuck,
sure.
Dave Grisham's a freak.
No, it's not him. It's not him. I knew you would say that, but it's not him.
I mean, so fine. Even if it is
Yeah.
like the top 5 tracks are white noise or something,
Yeah.
or white noise, brown noise, black, whatever it is.
Right,
Why is
yeah.
that so? So yeah, I can't sleep. Like
Yeah,
why
I
is
know.
that
Like
so
I
weird?
wouldn't care, but I could. I'm trying to put myself in her shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is it that's like she really wants to withhold from her boyfriend?
Yeah.
It has to be either something. Just like that is like another level of being it's super personal because it's not just music or podcasts. It's like a whole other part of my life that maybe he didn't know about.
Yeah,
I don't know.
totally.
Again, why would you judge that? I don't know. Or yeah, is it just weird music? Like maybe
Right.
it's not like you're saying like Taylor Swift. Maybe it's like I don't know, like Mastodon or something. Like it's just like
But, yeah.
completely out of left field. Now again, why would you be?
Why would you be embarrassed, and what would
Embarrassed.
be a deal breaker, I guess?
Yeah.
I mean, I do kind of relate. I don't have Spotify, so I wouldn't have this, but I don't want people seeing my list. I have a lot of Vanessa Carlton on there this year.
So
I feel like
you
it's
feel
going to
like
be
you're
high.
be judged.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
like
and
you're
that's
a
what she feels.
54-year-old man. You're listening to how many times can you listen to 1,000 Miles, bro?
I mean, there's other tracks, JD. Come on.
I love
Listen
that
to
one.
the whole album at least.
What was
I mean,
was your number
I'm not
one,
on-
Matt?
That's what I was about to say. I'm not on Spotify either, which
Oh.
I have to say, I think in a relationship, these people have been dating for over a year. It's insane.
Yeah.
But just showing it publicly, I'm kind of happy that I don't have Spotify, so I don't have to deal with this.
Okay.
Though that being said, JD, I think Apple Music
They do.
does have
They-
a thing now.
It hasn't come out yet, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. No one cares about your Apple. No one cares about you going. Actually, the audio is lossless on Apple Music, so when you're listening on headphones, you can really hear the bass. But I'm kind of happy that I don't have to share my thing because does Spotify still have that feature where everyone can see what you're listening to in that moment?
Oh, I don't know. I think you can turn that on and off. Yeah.
Because there was a time when I don't think you could turn it off.
Yeah, I think you're right. I believe you can now, but that's like also more like who's listening to Spotify? I guess people are on their computer, but usually it's on your phone.
Right.
Right. I remember that was definitely a part of the web browser. It's like, oh, I can see Jamie Mottram is listening to this or whatever. Like you.
the Swedish
you were not.
ASMR, I guess.
Oh, no, it's not him.
Is listening to Swedish ASMR as he makes his t-shirts. Well, like on PS4, PS5, a feature that I hate that I think I've figured out how to turn off, but I don't really know. And it's one of these things you don't know because you're not seeing other people's screens. But I'm constantly seeing people that I know being like, Skeets is playing Near Automata, like or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it's like 1 a.m. and I'm like, I'm embarrassed that I'm playing my PlayStation at 1 a.m. like on a Friday. Like and it's like that thing where you immediately judge the person. I'm like, oh. Not having a great night over there. And I'm like, oh wait, I'm doing the exact same thing.
Right.
But
Mario's in a dark place. He's playing Jedi Survivor at 2 a.m.
what is I Am Bread and why is he playing it so often? That's a game I saw. I've never played it.
Would you be more embarrassed to share the music you listen to in a year or the television/movies, I guess, you watch in a year?
Interesting.
If that spit out like,
music? I think
Music,
because I don't watch
yeah.
anything weird on TV.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even know what would be considered bad. Like, I mean, I don't watch reality TV. I guess that's what people would consider bad.
Yeah, and I do.
Right. Below deck, Skeets. Holy.
Yeah. Well, I'm out on below deck, but
Okay.
a lot
But
of
I
the
think
Real
everyone knows that
Housewives-
about you now, and it's part of your
Yeah, I
personality.
guess so.
I don't think
Yeah.
it would be weird, and it would get mixed up between shit Nora's watching and shit you're watching,
Yeah.
also.
That's a good point.
But I'm just watching the classics. I'm just watching Say Nothing. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm watching the sophisticated prestige dramas of our day.
But
Be embarrassed
I was just
about
thinking this: if you did have to share like your actual viewing experience from the year, like you could find out who the real people are watching the games.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
Sure.
what
We got
you're
a bunch of experts out there,
yeah.
but whoa! I don't see any NBA basketball on your top 5 or something like that. That'd be fascinating to see. You know,
or
that's
it is, and then
happening.
you click on it to dig deeper, and it's like Cavs versus Pistons, but then you click on it, it's like 2-minute highlights.
Oh
and
yeah!
you're like, oh, I got him!
Yeah. Interesting.
I just think that there are fewer and fewer places where we can be unobserved in this world. Like, even when we're out and just strolling, like, I told JD that there's this house near me that has an alarm that goes off when I walk by the house, and it has a computer voice that goes,
Yeah,
you
we
are
have that.
being recorded.
Yep,
And I'm
yep.
like, get off my dick. And that's just alerting me that I'm being observed
Yeah.
by their Ring camera or their whatever. But there's probably thousands of other houses I pass that don't have the voice that I'm being observed.
For sure.
Being observed in stores by people, by cameras. So even when I'm home alone, I can't just have a thing that I do without, someone being like, 500 miles? Oh no, 1,000 miles? I'm listening to the Proclaimers. That's
Yeah, I
how
was gonna
it's
say,
even more
yeah.
embarrassing.
Wow.
That's on my top 5 too. That's the embarrassing
This guy
part.
loves
it's
mileage.
All mileage.
Yeah. 8 Mile soundtrack.
23 miles. There's another Miles of Motown song.
Sure.
But I mean, even there's things like, okay, fine, this guy's saying my girlfriend's embarrassed. But let's be honest, or maybe I'm alone on this. But aren't there still things that, I mean, Skeets, you've been with your wife for fucking decades at this point. Aren't there still things that you would prefer her not to observe you doing? I mean, you
Drawing
go
a
from the
blank
most
on
basic,
what?
like,
But yeah,
well, like
answer
in
your
the
question,
bathroom,
yes.
let's just say in the bathroom, as the most extreme example.
Okay, yeah.
PPS poo poo no, as we know from the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's certain times I've been eating alone and been like, I'm glad no one's watching this, you know?
I just ate an entire Costco pumpkin pie live on YouTube for 3
Yeah,
days
but that's
last
for
week.
yucks.
No, it's for yucks, but I don't like to eat in front of people. I'm with you. I don't love doing that.
Yeah,
But
so
it was
I
a
just think
payoff.
that there's times when we as humans, we're social creatures for sure. We like being around people, but there are times when we just want to do our shit in the most unfettered way possible.
Sure.
And being observed makes that impossible. So I do have some sympathy for him, but I don't. Dylan, tell her I want to fucking see her Spotify rap.
Yeah, and I'm really like
Very
it's
curious.
almost like she's making it just worse and
Yeah,
worse. You're like
100%.
now you start what are you listening to? Like what crazy like conspiracy theory podcast or something like
Yeah.
that's where what could it be?
It sounds like it's music specifically.
you're
No,
right.
it's music. Yeah, it is
that's the
music.
thing.
I don't know. Do you find Spotify Wrapped good in general? I have to say that's a question I get submitted to us all the time around December. I don't know. I don't know why. I guess it's just fine. I don't really know why people have a problem with it.
I mean, I wouldn't give a shit unless I did a podcast or two, obviously with.
But
Nobus.
most
it's
people are
fun to
sharing
see.
music.
It's fun to see. Wow, we're on a lot of people's top 5, and
Yeah.
there's a lot more No Buffs fans that are found the Survivor podcast. Like,
Sure.
But if I did not do that, I mean, yeah, I would not care at all, Matt. I wouldn't care what's on yours if I'm being honest. Like it's like okay.
Oh, it's 99% of the time completely uninteresting is the truth.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it is actually a moment where I'm like the monoculture that everyone complains is gone is actually alive and well. Like I said at the start, you look at everyone's Spotify Wrapped this year. It's like Sabrina Carpenter had an album this year. Taylor Swift had an album this year. Beyonce had an
Kendrick.
album this year. Charlie had an album this year. I mean, yeah, and it's the big people that you would expect. That's everyone's top 5. So it actually isn't all that interesting.
Mine, number 1 artist, Waxahachie.
Ooh. Oh, why didn't you let me guess?
Oh, sorry. You wouldn't have got that.
I
I know you
Might
are a
have.
fan, but I don't think you would have.
I like Waxahachie. Old Katie, yeah. But I think I could have gotten there. What's number 2?
I think it
Swedish
might.
ASMR.
Honestly, Kendrick was high. GNX was high. I've been playing.
That
a
just
lot
came
of,
out.
I know. Been playing a lot of it.
Getting in
yeah.
your listens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to music that's popular to things that are unpopular. It's time for Unpopular Opinions. All right, Skeetsy, this one is selected especially for you, my OCD decorator friend.
Okay.
Books on bookshelves should be pushed all the way to the wall.
Oh.
Is it already? Are you already twitching?
No, I'm not. I thought you were going to say books on bookshelves need to be color coordinated, and I'm against that. So
I think the unpopular opinion would be color coordinated books are annoying or something like that.
Oh, you think more people?
I think people have turned on the. I don't see it.
You're
as
saying
much as I
more
used to.
people think random on a bookshelf, right? Than color coordinated.
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
yes.
I'm not going to say random because I have it.
Well,
see
okay,
it over my shoulder.
not color
I always
coordinated.
turn
though.
the wrong way.
Yeah.
I have mine like I have older fiction, contemporary fiction.
Okay. So there's some
nonfiction,
method to your
memoir.
Okay. Yeah.
And then and then one shelf is like movies, books about movies, music, that kind of.
Hey, I'm not going to
the
turn
arts.
around and flex my butt because this guy sounds like he's got a library card.
You can't put library books in your own bookshelf, man. What if libraries? That's a
not?
great point, though. What if libraries were doing this, pushing them all the way to the back? It'd be
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah, this is insane behavior, if you ask me.
So why do you have yours organized in a way?
Well, organization is one thing. I mean, I literally just listened to an entire podcast about this, and I'm not kidding.
You listen to an organization
No
podcast?
wonder you
Well,
don't want to share your Spotify.
Yeah,
app.
well, it's The Rest is Entertainment is the name of the podcast, and they got into a big fight about how they organize their books.
Okay.
This did not come up on how they're placed and how they're. I mean, all the spines would stick out at different
Yes.
lengths or whatever.
Yeah,
so
because not every book is the same depth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they all have to be that part of it. I mean, I don't care if color coded, also kind of insane behavior, but I'm with you, Matt. Old fiction, new fiction. Rachel takes care of all of that. She's got her system, but yeah, that's crazy. Just to look at it, my
can we
house
at
is
least
chaotic
agree?
enough, but the bookshelves, please.
So you want all the spines
yeah.
level.
I want people to think that's a fake bookshelf because it's too perfect.
right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
All I need to do is find that one book and pull it, and I'm going to go to their secret lair.
Exactly.
Can we at least agree that you got to go tallest book left and then descending order of height within, even if you've got a category? Or are you going different heights? Because if you want spines to be level, surely you want heights descending and not like peaks and valleys.
Let's lay a book flat, though, right?
No,
Why would you? No.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Why not? Why not?
One book, or then are you stacking
You
at
can
the end?
stack some books, yeah.
For variety.
Yeah, for variety, exactly. That's right. So it doesn't look like a library.
Yeah.
Right.
So it looks like your living room.
What are you saying? So this is an insult that people are giving now? You see
First
his
thing
living
I
room?
do
It looks
is
like a fucking
looks
library.
like a
in there.
library in here.
Goddamn library.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Quiet.
You want me to put tchotchkes in there too? I bet you got tchotchkes on your bookshelf.
Hey, nothing wrong with
Breaking up the
tchotchke
books.
every
Yeah,
once in a while.
tchotchkes, sure. Some vases, some plants would be nice.
It's
yeah,
not that big a
picture
bookshelf.
frame. No,
I'm
you
going
have
double-
you have a very skinny bookshelf.
Yeah.
behind you.
Well,
You
it's
need
like a
to-
very
CD
skinny
tower.
house.
You need to double the size of
Yeah.
that. Like, no, not to be judgmental here, but
No,
I'm
I know,
seeing
I know.
books on top of.
I thought you liked books, man.
It's triple stacked. There's books all the way to the back. Then there's a row of books in front, and now we're starting to go lined on top.
That's chaos.
Invest in another shelf.
There's
right
a
next
cat
to it.
tree there, JD. What are we
Oh
gonna
my
do about the
God.
cat?
No, I can't see that. I see the little edge of the cat tree. All right.
Your library is complete and utter chaos.
Okay, Jesus.
Wow,
Jeez.
that's coming from Rachel.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's harsh.
Anyways, well, this person that wrote this unpopular opinion, they're saying that it annoys them to put the books in the front because then they have to dust behind the books, and that's very inconvenient. But I would just say the books are protecting the back from the dust. I know they're not.
Nobody
but-
cares is the answer.
Nobody
Like,
cares.
let the dust accumulate back there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, then if you push them back, there's gonna be dust in the front.
Yeah.
I'm never dusting my bookshelf. Are you?
No.
But you
Maybe once in a blue moon.
you
but-
have to if the books are pushed back, because then you see the dust
You see the-
accumulating.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have
Right.
to if it's pushed to the back.
Yeah. Okay. Books to the front. That's what I said.
Also, there's nothing more fun than blowing the dust off of a book when you pull it off
true.
of.
my grandfather's journal
Yeah.
Right.
from his trek to the Andes. All right. Next unpopular opinion. Can't believe I'm gonna say this. Croutons are a better snack than chips. Now, Skeets, I know you love chips, so I know you're not going to agree with this, but
Come on.
hear me out.
I
Hear
love
me
a
out.
crouton. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, for whatever reason, chip prices have skyrocketed in recent years, and I know
facts.
I'm not alone feeling like I'm getting super ripped off paying $4, $5, $6 for chips that were $1.99 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I've recently discovered something new. Croutons. Crispy, crunchy, buttery, and they come in a multitude of different flavors and seasonings for usually $1 to $2. They're a far better value than chips while still packing all the punch and crunch of a good chip. In a way, I would say this is genius, but the problem is that they don't taste good.
Oh, well. Not as good as a chip. No.
Yeah.
I love a crouton, though. Yeah.
Same.
But a
In a
crouton
salad.
plays its part with a salad.
Right.
A little bang here, a little bang there. To eat them nonstop, like a bowl.
Don't you think
of
we're
croutons
actually
is
seeing
weird.
less croutons in salad?
Yeah.
I think we're at a low, like if you graphed it.
Yes.
We're at a real
yes.
low point of croutons on salad.
I just had a salad at Thanksgiving and not a crouton to be found.
kind of was there a textural element?
No. I'm trying
Like
to think.
you
No.
know, sometimes you'll do like
No.
a Parmesan chip or something like
No,
that.
no. I mean, it was a solid salad, but no, there
It doesn't
wasn't.
sound like it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love a crouton, but this is crazy. Also, they're really that cheap? I thought croutons were fairly expensive. A
I
bag of
also
croutons.
I
$1 or
would
$2?
have
That
guessed
doesn't sound
because
right.
if you ask me what's the more artisanal snack, I'm saying crouton.
Yeah, yeah.
But maybe this is like a good arbitrage because the crouton people are selling less croutons, right, than
Yeah.
the Frito-Lay company. So maybe they're like, well, yeah, we're keeping them cheap. We got to move these tons. And I don't know. It is
But a
sort of
crouton
smart.
is like stale bread. It's like,
These tons.
Cheaper to make yourself.
yeah. Ooh, yeah.
It's probably cheaper to make croutons than chips. Yeah,
I would think so.
Yeah.
because
I don't
stale
know.
bread is everywhere.
Yeah.
Potatoes,
Yeah, yeah.
Mother Nature is blessing us
Yeah,
with those.
yeah.
Though a potato is just, boom, grows up from the ground, Whereas bread that doesn't grow in a loaf. You have to make
true.
the loaf first.
That is very true.
I
this is a
I was under the assumption that croutons were just as expensive as chips.
So was I.
But I don't know.
Only
Rachel?
the good ones. Only the good ones.
The flavorful
You show
ones.
up to the Super Bowl with a bag of croutons.
Imagine that. God.
That's actually awesome. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Like, whoa, you brought a salad? Nope.
Yeah, you know what?
Just
At
a snack.
your next party, just put out a bowl of croutons.
People would eat them. That's the crazy thing.
I think they would.
Yeah.
It's like, what are these?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
literally
they
like-
ask, like,
Flavorful. They're good. Like,
these couldn't be croutons, could they?
you just say it's a salad. Say, I'm making up for that last salad that.
Well, what is a panzanella but a crouton salad?
Yeah.
Essentially, a stale bread salad.
Sure.
No, the good thing about putting out croutons for your guests is that people are going to eat way less of them because they're going to be cutting the roof of their mouth.
Yeah.
Their mouth is going to be bone dry.
yeah.
So you're at least saving money in quantity of snack that you're providing for your guests.
Yeah.
Suppose.
And a crouton is messier than a chip. The residue,
be.
I feel like, is going to be on your fingers more. It's almost like a Cheez-It almost.
Yeah.
It's like, you
Yeah.
know, it's
That's a
that's
big call.
sticking with you on your fingers.
If you came up with a new name for it, you might be able to sell it as.
Oh,
It needs
yeah,
a rebrand.
yeah.
You're right, Rachel. Like pita chip.
Those are huge.
My whole life they were just pitas,
Yeah.
and then at some point we've dehydrated these and made them real crispy.
Well,
and cut them up
we
into
dehydrated
wedges.
everything and turned it into a snack. Like
Yeah.
like snap peas. Mm-hmm. Those are a snack now.
Oh, I mean taro root. Remember the taro
Yes.
chips on a Porter Airlines flight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to be dehydrated.
I think you already said the rebrand as well.
What is
Tons.
it?
Spicy
Bring in a
tons.
bag of tons.
Flamin' hot tons.
Yeah, why not?
Flaming hot sauce. You
Oh,
could
we
sell
got the
that.
1 ton challenge.
Sounds like 1 ton. 1 ton of tons. Could you eat
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, could you eat a ton of tons?
There you go. It's good marketing.
Tommy, my friend Tom could eat a ton of tons. Hey, hire us to market your tons. But I mean, like, if I go in, I wish I knew the name of a crouton company. That's another problem here.
Yeah.
We know
It's the chip company
Hostess,
probably making
Frito Lay,
them. Yeah.
Dorito. We know the names of chip companies. We don't know the single name of a crouton manufacturer. But if I walked into their office and said, "Here's your market share. Here's the market share for chips. You see what I'm seeing here?
Yeah, yeah, let's go.
We need to get people to think of croutons the way they think of chips. Now we have dipping sauces, but the sauces are dressings. Boom, like a Caesar
whoa,
dipping
whoa,
sauce
whoa.
for the croutons.
Sure, sure.
This is a billion-dollar idea.
We need
is
to
a
like. Why
trillion-dollar
not? Can we
idea.
just? Should we be taking the crouton and smushing it into more of a shape of a chip?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Can we do it? Do we have the technology?
I mean, you're describing Melba toast, but still.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, they're not just, these aren't your granddad's croutons. These are croutons from the future croutons, futons, if you will.
Oh,
Well,
that's
that-
already
wow,
taken.
yeah.
Oh, already taken.
Yeah.
The snack's so good it'll have you lying down. Eh. Okay, we'll get there. But the consumer packaging industry, I mean, this is going to be a revolution. So
Yeah.
look for croutons soon in your snack shelf. We got to get into the corner stores. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Corner stores are not carrying croutons, and that's our big market.
Right. Or if they are, they're on a weird shelf that you never go down.
Right.
Like an aisle, I mean.
You got to fight the bodega cat to get them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
to get past there. I think the genesis of this unpopular opinion, though, is like the distaste for the price of chips, the too much air in these bags of chips,
Shrinkflation.
Yeah, exactly, and maybe I'll say it. There's too many flavors now.
Okay.
I think there is. I think we've gone overboard, and I love chips, but I think we've gone way overboard.
I actually am going to disagree with that. I just think that there's not enough selection. Because once there's too many chips, the problem you have is that the place that you're buying the chips will decide, oh, I'll pick these 3. And I'm like, I know that the dill pickle exists, but you're not showing it to me.
Right.
And now I'm going with a
But
barbecue.
you go to
that I
a
don't-
grocery store, you're gonna have a whole aisle of chips.
Yeah.
You're gonna have every possible brand and flavor. And
Yeah,
like,
but I'm happy with that because I'd like to be particular. And the most popular brands of chips I don't really like. Don't love a salt and vinegar. Don't love a barbecue. Don't love plain, certainly.
okay.
So I need to get into
What
the
are
weird
you, dill
flavors.
pickle guy right now?
Jalapeno, a
Jalapeno?
dill
Yeah.
pickle, sour cream, and onion. I guess that's pretty
That's
popular.
a classic, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, but the croutons can come in all these flavors.
I've said before though that I think the best chips you can buy are the cheaper brand chips. I think they've overtaken
no-name almost.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they pack more punch. Now they're probably just way more salty or something, but they're better than I don't like Lay's and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm with you.
You're just calling Lay's a fancy chip?
It is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
more
name
expensive
brand
chip
for sure.
than a no-name.
Like a Kroger.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want like the RC Cola, or you want the
Yes.
Kirkland or the
Yes.
whatever.
They're better.
Whatever Target's thing is called.
Yeah.
All right. Next one here. Black Friday should go back to being only one day. So yeah, we just got off the big Black Friday sales. Here's what this person writes. The last couple of years, I've been getting ads since the start of November for pre-Black Friday deals. Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? No one is handing out good deals anymore because they make Black Friday into a 2-week-long event. You can hype it up and have flyers everywhere, but those deals shouldn't start until the doors open on Friday. I saw this opinion way too many times over the past couple weeks. And it's concerning to me because I just thought, like, weren't we at a discourse at Black Friday is disgusting and like awful and a horrible
It's a fucking joke. I
corporate
can't believe we even talk
capitalistic
about
experience?
this. Yeah.
I mean, we've already swung back. We're already like bring back. Not enough people are being trampled.
Yeah.
And we're like, we miss seeing the videos.
Who the hell goes to a store anymore? Nobody. And
I
then
mean,
now
not
we have
on Black
Cyber
Friday. I'm with
Monday,
you.
and then I think
Yeah.
there's Travel Tuesday. Did you know about that one?
No.
And it's like
I thought it was Giving Tuesday.
I thought it was Travel Tuesday, but it's no. It's
What's
not.
See what you buy a trip
I
somewhere?
guess, yeah.
I like that.
I mean, they're just
I don't
trying to
know.
like, yeah.
Small Business
Small
Saturday.
Business
That's one.
Saturday, yeah.
That you got to go in though. Well, I guess you could buy from
Why?
a small business.
Yeah.
yeah. No, this is
Well, this is a pro mall podcast, by the way, so I won't take your brick and mortar
Sorry.
slander here. When the malls are gone, then you'll be sad, okay? Because you'll be old by then, and there'll be nowhere for you to walk and get a pretzel.
yeah. You like to walk? Do you consider that hiking when you go to the mall?
Yeah, he's got his sticks
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Hey, we don't use the escalators; we take the stairs,
Oh,
okay?
nice.
And by the way, this
Customized
person is
cinema.
wrong. I looked it up. So in 2024, there were slightly fewer total shoppers than last year, but overall more money was spent. So I mean, whatever they're doing, it's working for them. But so did you not make a single Black Friday purchase this
Not
year?
a single. I don't think I ever.
No,
have.
Tracksmith didn't have anything going.
No, I like everybody else. I get 1,000 emails
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
every Black Friday deal going with whoever has my email, whatever thing I have.
I'll
purchased
give
from
everyone
you.
your email.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
email me.
But no, I don't think I've ever bought a single thing on Black Friday. I think it's. I seriously think it's like a joke. I don't even believe these are discounts.
No, what are you talking about? I bought 2 things this Black Friday.
No.
Okay, I have to say
just
this is
told
the
you-
first
okay.
year.
Okay,
This
go
is the
ahead.
first year I've ever done this. That I was like, you know what, Jill? We need these 2 things. Those 2 things were a PS5 and a Bluetooth speaker.
Oh my god.
Wow.
PS5 and a speaker. PS5 and a speaker. So that's a great.
That's
need.
a great one. Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. Why don't we just wait a month and we'll get it way cheaper? And we did.
But doesn't
I got
that
this-
anger you that the stores could have made it the exact
No, because
same
they can't
price?
offer these discounted
I know they
prices all
can.
year.
They absolutely can. Is my point. They're
How
like
are our
just
favorite
like-
corporations going to stay in business if
Oh
they're
my
giving us
God.
highly discounted merchandise?
It's like they could have this stuff at these deals many times throughout the year. Okay, maybe
That's like
it's not
saying your favorite
365
TV show, if they're waiting for the finale to do the craziest thing on the show, why isn't the whole thing the finale? You're the guy going, why don't they make the whole plane out of the black box? You can't always have the the sweet. Sometimes
Because
gotta
you
have the
just tried to
sour.
make it sound like they're not making profit 11 months out of the year or 363 days out of the year. We're going under. We're selling everything at these prices. And, oh my God. I guess we got to sell more, so we got to cut prices. And then we'll be like, what? No.
You got to bring people in. Sometimes you got a door
Nobody
crasher.
goes
The door
in
crasher brings people
anywhere.
in.
Where are you going?
Even if you're going to Amazon.com.
Yeah.
You're buying the cheap Bluetooth speaker, but then you're there and you're like, oh, toilet paper. Oh, this, that.
Oh my
suppose.
God. They got you, man. They got you so bad.
They got me.
So hold on,
This podcast
these
is sponsored by Amazon.
these purchases you bought on Amazon?
No, that's the interesting thing. One, I hesitate to say good thing about Amazon is I feel like they've harmonized pricing. So we went into our local Best Buy because we happened to be out, and the prices I looked up on my phone, they were the same prices. Now we had the great experience of shopping in person where the man, I was like, oh, where are you keeping the PS5s? He's like, oh, we don't keep them on the floor.
Yeah.
So he went and got one. So I was holding it in my hands and I was like, okay, cool, thanks. He's like, oh, can I walk you to the cash? And we were like, no, we didn't. I want to go see the Bluetooth speaker. He's like, okay, do you mind if I hold that then? And I was like, hold the PS5? Wow. It's like, yeah. I'm like, but I'm just going over there, and then
He doesn't trust
he's like,
you.
yeah, I
He
can't
doesn't trust
let
you.
you hold
Yeah.
it. I can't let you hold it.
Yeah.
You can't walk around with it.
The fuck is going on here, man?
And you
You
love
can't
going
trust
to
me
stores.
to hold.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I'm telling you, it's a great experience. Now, here's my problem with Black Friday. Well, again, besides the fact that it is insane, and it's the day after Thanksgiving when it should be a holiday, and you're forcing people to work, and you're forcing people to work in like the worst day when they're gonna get yelled at and treated the worst. The day after, it was like, I'm thankful for humanity, and I'm hopeful that this year, it's like, bitch, where's the TV?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I hate when brands, like, if you don't want to do Black Friday, I was about to say, if you don't want to celebrate Black Friday, if you don't want to do Black Friday, that's fine, but then you have to shut up. I hate these cool brands that are like doing these ads that are like, if you're waiting for a gimmicky consumerist holiday to come around for our prices to drop, then it's just not going to happen. We give you quality 365 days a year, and that's our guarantee. Just shut the fuck up. Give me a 20% off, or just say nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you because they
Thank
are
you.
doing exactly the same thing that all these other companies are doing. They're there to make money. The one thing I love about Black Friday, delayed gratification. I applaud you, Matt. You waited for
Thank you.
a month. You could have had that PS5 in your hands. You could have been playing Jedi Survivor. You could have been rocking out to Vanessa Carlton on your Bluetooth speaker, but you didn't.
Yeah,
You
I didn't.
waited.
I sat in silence.
He could have waited
That's
another
right.
month and got it gifted to him for Hanukkah. He could have
right.
waited
No
to
one's
his
buying me
marriage
shit for Hanukkah.
on
You
May
know
the
it and I
4th,
know
and
it.
somebody could have chipped in and got him a PS5 for his wedding gift. He could keep pushing it and pushing it.
You're right, but
They just got him with, ooh, it's a sale.
Hey.
It's a sale. We are doing you
But
a
it is a
favor.
sale. What are you talking about? I looked at the
It
price.
is a sale only
a
because
month
they've
before, and then I looked at
decided
the
for
price
that
on Black
day
Friday.
is
It was
the part- yes,
cheaper.
yes.
More than $100 cheaper.
Well,
How is
what
this not good?
Is the whole point they're just like, we want to get rid of all our inventory here at the end of the year too? That's
They
a
want
part
to
of it.
jumpstart sales. Yeah, they want to
Yeah.
get rid of inventory.
Yeah.
A new model's coming out, but whatever. Let me benefit from the cycle. of
Benefit. I just
planned
wish
obsolescence.
we could benefit all year round.
It just doesn't work that way.
Oh,
bro.
it's bullshit.
it's how the
Oh,
retail
my other
season
complaint-
is laid out, right?
cadence
It's
of everything.
this is the beginning of the holiday buying season.
Yeah. I don't
That's all.
like buying stuff. I'm just.
I know you don't like buying
Yeah.
stuff, except for NBA player Canadian
Sure.
basketball cards.
Yes.
Those don't go on discount. If you're waiting
Well,
for the
you
prices
can't,
of our
though.
Andrew Nicholson cards to drop, then you got another thing coming to you.
I mean, you can make an offer on eBay if you want.
Sure.
that's
I just want also my other complaint. Amazon, they have a section on their homepage during Black Friday, which is, to be fair, 10 days long. Because also, of course, we got Cyber Monday is getting lost in all this. They can't have a doorbuster section on their homepage because there's no door. There's no busting.
Right. Fair.
And again,
And also, why, like, the other thing of, like, calling it door crasher or doorbuster, like, what happened first? Did people start lining up and literally crashing through doors to get
Yeah.
the 60-inch OLED
Basically.
$1,000 off? And then they were like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we called this sale a door
Yeah.
crasher?
Yeah, it's
or did
like-
it start like,
it's like
haha,
an
we'll call it a door crasher.
Yeah.
And then people literally crash the door.
it's to honor the 3 fallen soldiers from last year's door crash. Yes. Yeah. I think so. That's how I always interpreted it. Yeah.
Before we open the Walmart at 6 a.m., a 21-gun salute to the people that died purchasing electronics last year.
I guess I'm just not of this ilk. I was listening to, actually, I think it was a card podcast, and the guy was talking about Black Friday and how his, like people still, he was talking about his wife, like, lined up at 5 or 6 a.m., ready to go, shop till I drop all day. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
You're describing hell.
I know. It's like after Thanksgiving on a day, like on a weekend where you in theory maybe could chill out. Like that's the last thing I would want to do, but God bless you, I guess.
Yep.
Keeping this economy going. That's right.
Bring Black Friday back. It should be one day. We already have Cyber Monday, but I love a discount. If you want to email me and you see something that's a good discount, is this good pod at gmail.com.
I mean,
All right, Skeetsy. There's only one thing left to do, and that's play subjective trivia. So, subjective trivia, it's just like regular trivia, except only I know the answer. And of course, as always, I have my answer written on this card, so you know I'm not kidding.
I knew that was going to happen. Oh.
I just did that. That's on the fly. That
was impressive.
That's the good
Let's see
stuff.
that again. That was not a bad little pecker.
It's not bad, eh? Because you know I'm a terrible drawer.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
pretty good.
Pretty good.
If
dog
you're
for
listening,
you.
this is a penis with. What do you think this is coming out of it? If you had to guess.
Well, I guess it's pee-pee.
Yeah, pee-pee.
Nope, it's actually 3 kidney stones.
Oh, damn.
Oh, ouch.
Damn.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Get a
It's
Black
a
Friday
tough
deal
day.
to check that out.
Surprised it's so erect after that.
So we were talking earlier about class clowns, and today's question is, which of these other names that teachers call annoying students would I least want to be called?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart Alec, Wise Guy, Troublemaker, Loudmouth, or Knucklehead.
Holy, this is
So,
tough.
again,
Fiver.
Oh, this is tough.
I know. Maybe I should have made a board. Sorry. I told JD there were no elements, and I'm regretting
Okay,
it.
so the one you would least want to be called. Just
Yeah.
give them to us one more time.
Smart Alec,
Okay.
Wise Guy, Troublemaker, Loudmouth, Knucklehead.
Okay, I think we should eliminate Wise Guy and Troublemaker.
Here,
I
I don't know if you
think-
could see him. I just wrote him down for you.
Okay,
If that
yeah.
helps.
Oh, there's
Just
a little tip of the dong, too.
Just tip of the...
Watch over those
And a
kidneys
tip of the
too.
penis to you.
Okay, so I think we should cross those two off because I think Wise Guy, he wouldn't be all that upset being
Yeah,
called. You know,
yeah.
like little
Well, he's a
mob
wise guy.
ties. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun to say
troublemaker.
Wise Guy.
Yeah.
And Troublemaker, I think something
It's
mischievous.
got a
like-
cool cachet.
Yes, yeah, because
I
you can
hear
picture, a pack of cigarettes, sort of James Dean style.
Yeah,
maybe.
he's a
Oh, yeah, that's
troublemaker.
exactly what I was like in high school.
Yeah, so the other three all in place. Smart Alec,
Knucklehead, and
what's-
Loudmouth.
So do you have a feel on this one?
I'm leaning Smart Alec
So am
because
I.
it's got smart in it and it's sarcastic, right? It's like he likes to be known as smart, but not as Smart Alec,
Right.
right?
Right. To me, I'm down between. I think Knucklehead's sort of fun to say too,
Yeah.
like sort of.
It's cute.
Knucklehead,
Yeah,
yeah,
get
it's
outta
cute.
here,
So I'm
Knucklehead.
down to Loudmouth and Smart Alec.
Okay.
Okay. And Rachel, feel free to.
What do you think?
To
You
jump
gotta-
in.
Do you want me to tell you? You're down to the right two.
Oh
Wow.
my God!
Okay.
Let's go! Did you see how we got there?
Wow.
That was sick.
Sick.
Holy crap! That's why "Is This Good" is #1 on my Spotify rap list.
That's impressive.
Holy, I know this man.
My gut says knucklehead, but
Well,
No.
okay, it's
Well,
not.
no,
he
it's
just
not.
I already
said
told
it's
you.
not
I gave you a hint, Rachel.
Knucklehead.
You knuckle.
I swear he said knucklehead.
You're the
Okay,
knucklehead.
Goodbye.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Smart Alec or Loudmouth?
There's no help over here.
No help.
I don't know, JD.
Uh,
Oh, I want to get this right. Should we go with our gut? I feel like Smart Alec.
Smart
Smart
Alec. I think
Alec
Smart
or
Alec.
Loud.
We're going Smart
Alec
Alec
or Loud
Smart
Alec?
Alec.
Smart Alec.
Final answer.
Oh, no!
Loudmouth.
Oh, wow. I wanted that one. Oh, really?
God. Okay, well, I to me, Loudmouth is about like form, not content. It just
Yeah.
means you're being obnoxious and loud. But
yeah.
you could be saying
Yeah.
the dumbest, most inane shit, right? And usually, if someone calls you a loudmouth, like if you're being funny but loud, people don't call you a loudmouth.
Right.
Yeah,
People
you're
call
right.
you a loudmouth when you're spouting fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Were we on the
Smart
right
Alec's
path?
not
with
great, but at
Smart
least
Alec?
you
Yeah.
probably said something funny or sarcastic to earn the name Smart Alec.
Yeah.
It's content. So that's why I don't want to be a loudmouth.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah.
so Smart Alec was in the running, or not at all? Like we just.
No, because I really just think loudmouth for me is far and away the worst. Like a knucklehead, I think is cute. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. We nailed that.
it's affectionate in a way. Wise guy I don't love, but yeah, you're just like, what did I just say to be called a wise guy? I obviously roasted you.
Yeah.
And a troublemaker, also could be like, you little scamp, you little troublemaker.
Okay, so we nailed it right up until
you
the
were
end.
thinking
there,
in the right way.
Yeah, you're right.
Not happy with the final result, but
No.
we made a good run.
Yeah.
Do you want to say loudmouth and then edit it in and make it seem like you got it right?
No. We are we're
take the L.
sticklers of the rules
Yep.
over here.
Yep.
Take the L like a class clown and just get out of there, man. Don't resist. You did your gag and you got caught. Now it's time for you to leave. Well, actually, don't leave before you do this, Skeets. Where can people find you?
You can find me on the social media channels at JESkeets. I'm also on Blue Sky, but I don't know what to tell you how to find me. I guess you just search for me.
Aren't they called Skeets?
That's what everybody is telling me. Instead of tweets, they were called Skeets.
Yeah.
I remember that
Sky
was
tweets.
I remember that was a thing when it first came to an existence, but I think they just call them posts, to be honest. But who
Blue
knows?
Sky sucks.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Every post, I mean, maybe my algorithm's not humming yet. I
Yeah.
just got on it.
Yeah.
But every post is about Blue Sky.
Oh,
every
there's
post
a lot.
is just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just want to thank everyone for being so supportive over here. Or,
Yeah.
I just
Don't
came from
worry,
the bad place and everything is so
Give
bright
it
and
2
sunny
weeks
here.
and it'll be just as bad as Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
God, I need it to be at least half as bad as Twitter.
Yeah, that would be good.
Wow.
So you can find me there, I guess. And then, obviously subscribe and watch and listen to No Dunks and No Buffs, our Survivor podcast. We are down to like 2 more episodes by the time you're watching or listening to this.
Finale's
so
coming up. That would be
Yep.
near the top of your, if there was TV Wrapped, that would be near the
that
top
would
of your list.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Yep.
That's twice a year.
That's true. It's
Yeah,
like 26 or
26
27 episodes. Yeah. It's a lot.
Fucking maybe
No, some of them are
28 this year.
supersized too.
What's that?
Supersized episodes, no? Or are we not doing
They
that?
are.
Very big.
Well, yeah, some 2-hour episodes and then an hour and a half. You're right. From the previous days. Are you watching? You're not watching.
Is it a good time to get in?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's almost over.
Perfect. I'll see you in 3 weeks.
There you go.
If you have topics, email us isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. Patreon.com is where you can support the show. Join our hangout tomorrow. Remember to rate us on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe on YouTube. Thanks for listening. Thanks to JD. Thanks to Rachel for producing this one. Thanks to Skeets for coming on. Did I already say that? I think I did. For everyone, I'm Matt Austin, and this was good. We'll see you later this week.